What's up, all my bad bitches? It's your girl Yazzie Smith, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And if you're returning, you already know what it is, girl. I miss you, bitch. It's been a minute since I pulled up the camera and decided to record. I don't know, I'm in the mood today. I'm about to actually go run some errands, go grocery shopping. I need to go do a Target run. And, you know, adulting thing. I'm glad to pretty much do my everyday no makeup, minimal makeup routine. No foundation is going to be used. If you pretty much have like any blemishes or anything that you pretty much want to cover up, or any discolorations, and of course you can add your foundation to it, but this routine doesn't call for pretty much foundation. I think I pretty much have decent skin, so I don't really necessarily say that I would need the foundation. But this is literally for my girls that be on the go, that need to just put on something real quick. Don't need a lot of, pretty much you don't need a lot of products. It's pretty much really under eye focus. I'm more of, because I like my skin, I just hate like the darkness under my eyes. So I I pretty much like to look awake. So that's pretty much the main focus of it. So first thing that we are going to do, make sure you, of course, damp your beauty blender. Some of my brushes and stuff need to be cleaned, so don't mind, they are a little dirty. Before we get into the makeup routine, I just want to let you know that what I recommend is definitely prepping your skin, especially when you're going for a minimal makeup look. Prepping your skin is extremely important. You want to make sure that your skin is moisturized. You want to make sure that you just want to prep your skin. Do your skincare routine, moisturize that face. It's the summertime. We want to give that natural glow. So make sure that skin is prepped. Prepping your skin is extremely important. It makes a big difference when it comes to how your makeup looks. Get your eyebrows done, you guys. I don't know, a lot of people, from what I hear from makeup artists and things of that nature, a lot of clients be coming in with their eyebrows looking a mess. I don't know what that's about. Concealer can only cover but so much, especially when it comes to actual hair. So clean up your eyebrows. It will save you so much time when it comes to doing your eyebrows during your makeup routine, and it makes them look so much better and cleaner. It helps you also, if you're doing your own makeup, you'll have a good guide that you could easily follow. It's just clean your eyebrows, okay? Just get them cleaned up, threaded, waxed, whatever you prefer. I prefer a good thread, but if you get them waxed, then do that. But do something, okay? The first thing that we're gonna go in with is the e.l.f. primer. This is pretty much like a good primer. It's pretty much like a dupe for the Milk primer. It's like the Hydro Grip. So this is the Power Grip, and the Milk is pretty much the Hydro Grip. And I'm gonna focus this more so under my eyes and around my nose and mouth, and a little bit on my forehead. Even though I'm not putting any makeup on there, I did kind of like if I'm not putting on foundation or whatever, and I'm not really putting any makeup on the areas on my forehead or anything of that nature, but I do want to essentially kind of like lock in a way, the different products that I did or put on my face during my skincare routine, and also create a barrier from the SPF and all that stuff that I did put on my skin. So I normally put it pretty much everywhere, but I do focus it on my under eye and eyelid. Then I'm going to go in with my NARS concealer. This is a mini concealer, but this is pretty much a concealer that's close to your skin tone. I like it because it's a little bit lightweight, but it does give me a good enough coverage. And this is going to be the first concealer that I'm going to use. Again, this is more so focusing and brightening your under eye. So this is kind of like neutralizing it a little bit first. And this is in the color medium dark 2 or caramel. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit in the inner corner of my eye, like this. And I'm going to let this kind of like dry. I've learned that when you let your concealers just sit a little bit and dry down, not completely dry, but dry down just a little bit, it gives you so much more coverage. We're gonna let that dry. I'm gonna bring out my fan, and I'm gonna let that dry down a bit. Now that that has dried down a bit, we're gonna go ahead and that out. Look how much coverage that did and how bright that already looks. Amazing, right? And then get the leftovers, and I'm really red around my nose, so I just pick up the excess and just go around my nose with it to kind of neutralize that and get rid of that redness. And look, under eyes pretty much already blended and, you know, brightened. I'm going to go in with Too Faced. This is a concealer that's about a shade or two lighter than my skin tone. You don't have to do this step. This is my personal preference because I like a bright under eye, especially during the summertime, like, hello. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit, focus it on the center, just literally a dab. And I'm also going to let this sit and dry, and when we blend it out, we're only going to focus it on the inner corners. We're not going to drag it out like we did our first concealer, or the concealer that's pretty much our skin tone. We're going to focus it literally in the center, and we're going to also let this dry down a bit. Same beauty blender. I'm using a Real Techniques beauty blender, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned it, but Real Techniques to me just blends a little bit better than an actual beauty blender. So Real Techniques, and we're gonna focus it literally only in the center. We're not gonna drag it out. We're focusing it in the center. And that gave it a little bit of, like, brightened my inner corner of my eye a little bit. And also added like some dimension, just made it a little bit more bright and cute. You see? That's it for concealer. Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe powder. This is the Banana Rich Morphe powder. I personally like to use yellow or more like skin tone powders. When I use like translucent powders and things of that nature, baby, it just makes me look very ghostly and vampy, and I'm just not doing that anymore. I'm just going to press this in here. And I don't like to use the beauty blender when I'm putting it on powders because the beauty blender soaks up product. So it's not gonna get all the powder that I want on my under eye. So I like to use a little powder puff. And to me, it just makes your under eye look a little smoother when you use like a powder puff to blend. And I'm gonna use that excess to go around the areas where I put that excess concealer. Then I'm gonna go in one more time, and this time I'm going to bake under my eye because I don't know about y'all, but I'm a creasing girl. So I had to bake under my eye so I don't crease. Otherwise, I'm gonna crease really, really bad. And then I'm gonna be looking all old and granny-ish with bags under my eyes. And that's just not the type of look that I'm going for. So first, set, and then bake. And I do blend out the bottom because we do not want any harsh edges under your eye. That's a no-no. I bring some of the accent down to my smile lines, which are very prominent. They're only prominent, honestly, when I wear like foundation and stuff, because girl, I like to smile, I like to laugh, and it seems like they're only prominent, of course, when I'm wearing makeup, but I only bring it down just a little bit because I don't need that much. And again, I only get smile lines when I'm actually wearing product or have foundation on down there. While that is baking, I'm going to go in with blush. What I'm going to use is the CoverGirl True Blend So Flush blush. Ooh, this is in the color 345 Hot Frenzy. And I'm gonna use this e.l.f. blush brush, and that's a lot, okay? I'm gonna dab it in there, dust off the excess, and you don't really have to go with a lot, especially if you use this blush. This is very pigmented. And I'm going to kind of like contour without contouring. Instead of contouring or bronzing kind of like my face, I'm going to use the blush to do that in a way. Again, I'm not wearing foundation. My face don't really look flat. I just need to add a little bit of color. So I'm going to go in with that just to kind of add a little bit more color to my face. And you'll of course use whatever color blush you choose or that you like against your skin tone, and make sure you blend that out. This side looks like it may be a little too much, but then again, I don't know, I'm kind of here for it. But then again, I like this side better. So I might tone this side down a bit. I'm gonna take just pretty much like a regular blending brush, and I'm just gonna go over it to tone it down a bit because that was a lot of blush. And I'm also gonna bring the blush up to my temples right here, and I'm gonna put it over my eyes. You can get carried away so easily with blush. So if you do, just go in with either a beauty blender. Go in with a beauty blender or any brush with no product and just kind of blend it out. And then after that, I'm going to, again, we like bright under eyes. I'm going to go ahead and dust that off. So now I'm going to go in with the Dragon Beauty Dragon Heart Transformation Face Powder. And I'm going to go in with this color right here, dust off the excess, and I'm going to focus that right where I put that lighter concealer, just in the center of the eye. And that's gonna brighten it a little bit more, adding another reinforcement of powder to set the face. And also, in a way, kind of already contouring your nose without you actually contouring, like a reverse contour. And then I'm gonna just drag the excess over. And that's it. We're pretty much almost finished. Then I'm going to just take a regular, kind of like big kabuki brush, and I'm kind of just gonna go in and just blend everything out and together. And that right there is literally the face. Now what I'm going to do before I put on mascara is I'm going to set. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray with the vitamin C and cactus water infused. This is such a refreshing setting powder. Ew, some of it got in my mouth. Ugh. Definitely 10 out of 10. Recommend, if you don't have it, get you some. I go in and set my face before I put on mascara, just for the simple fact that sometimes with me and mascara, if I put on mascara before I set my face, it kind of makes it like runny and it doesn't dry right, and it just gets the mascara wet again once it's already set, and I don't like that. I'm not here for it. While that is setting, I'm going to use my brow pencil, and I'm just gonna brush my brows and lightly fill in my brows. My brows are pretty much already thick. I don't really have to do my brows, but I do decide to do them just to fill in any sparse areas, and you'll do the same thing too. We're not going in and, you know, concealing under it. We're literally just adding hairs and filling in where they need to pretty much be filled. We don't need to do a lot. Again, this is no makeup. This is your everyday makeup routine. We don't need to be doing a lot. The whole point of it is for us to make it look like it's our skin, but just enhance. We're just enhancing that beauty and fixing, you know, little imperfections. You don't need a lot of makeup. You're already a gorgeous girl. Let that natural beauty show through, babe. And literally, that's all I do for brows. And now everything is pretty much set, and I'm gonna go in and add the mascara, and we are done. When I add mascara, I do only focus it on the outer corners of my eye, just for the simple fact that I am a big fan of cat eyes. I'm never not going to not like a good cat eye. I find that focusing it on the outer corners insinuate those eyes, while the inner corner lashes kind of remains like regular, and it forms like this illusion of a cat eye. Don't believe me? Try it on your own eye. It's not a dramatic thing. It's very subtle, but it does what it needs to do. We're also going to add bottom mascara. I used to hate bottom mascara, but something had recently just came over me, and I tried it again, and girl, I don't think I'll ever not wear bottom mascara again. It makes all the difference, okay? It gives you like this little baby doll eye. I also don't add any like highlighter. Well, for me, my natural oils normally shine through, and again, I want it to look like skin, so I'm not going to add the extra highlight. If you want to, again, it's up to you. Especially if you have dry skin, I would probably recommend adding it just to give you that natural glow if that's something that you want. But me, I want it to look very skin-like, so I'm not going to add an extra glow when my skin already kind of glows throughout the day when my natural oils pretty much seep through. So no highlight, nothing. If you're a girl like me, I wouldn't recommend adding highlight at a point, because it will look like you probably have on makeup. And the whole point of it is to look like you don't have on any makeup. So, but again, it's a preference. It's up to you. I just let my natural oils shine through. And we're done. That is it for my everyday makeup routine. I hope y'all took some pointers away. I hope that y'all try it one day. I hope this seemed very easy and convenient. All you gotta do is put on your lip gloss, your Vaseline, because that's exactly what I'm about to put on, and you're done. This is my everyday no makeup routine with no foundation. Very minimal products, bright under eye. Looks like you barely have really anything on. If you ask me, bitch, all I have on is mascara. And the mascara is optional. I know some girls, when it comes to like natural beats, they don't like put on mascara or anything, because to be honest with you, when you do put on mascara sometimes, it does kind of give you that makeup like you got on makeup type of look. But I don't know, I can't not just do my mascara. Again, optional. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. This is something that I literally just came up with one day, and it has been my go-to. Like literally, I wear this almost every day. So this has been my go-to. Again, hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you all my bad bitches. Mwah.